In this world, everyone is given a planet to become a planet lord, and I clearly possess a 3S class mechanical planet capable of creating 1,000,000 mechs. The next moment, Tiger Yongnan, with Tiger Xing and other members of the family, quickly left. The people of the Tiger family were all quite shocked. They never expected Tiger Yongnan to support Hoshino and Tiger Tianhe like this. Most importantly, Hoshino didn't care about these things at all. Tianhe had a few black lines on her forehead. She also knew that the current situation was more important. Come to my house later, we'll talk in detail. Tianhe frowned. Her current mood was complicated. She was happy to find that Hoshino seemed to have a good impression of her. She was somewhat annoyed because Jiang Yunxiao was also her close friend, not an enemy. She didn't want to see Jiang Yunxiao end up as a sacrifice for the family. According to her grandfather, Jiang Yunxiao was supposed to marry the second son of the Wu family, Wu Hao. What about Wu Hao? He's not even a normal person. Later, it will be evening, I have to go home at night, my sister is worried alone. Tianhe didn't hesitate. She added, then bring my sister along, it's a good opportunity to have dinner at my place and prepare a room for your sister. Take my sister, and go to your house late at night? Yes, just my house. Tianhe touched her chin. After Hoshino learned about Jiang Yunxiao, his mood might not be calm. And it's better if fewer people know about this matter for now. Otherwise, it would put a lot of pressure on him. It's best to be at my house, a place where no one will disturb. A place where no one will disturb? It will be very convenient if no one disturbs. Tianhe didn't realize that he had said some ambiguous words. The eyes of the people around gradually became strange. Convenient? What do you mean? Don't ask, you'll know when the time comes. This kind of thing must be done in a place where no one will disturb us. After saying this, Hu Tianhe raised his head and met Hoshino's questioning and puzzled eyes. But Hoshino's lips slightly curled up again. A mischievous smile suddenly appeared, her face turning red, like a blush apple. She suddenly realized what she had said just now. Smack! She raised her palm and hit Hoshino. Don't make fun of me, there really is something important. I'll be waiting for you at my house. Including what her grandfather had said before, and the words she had spoken inadvertently just now. At this moment, it was even more misunderstood. Hu Tianhe really wanted to find a hole to hide in. Hoshino shook her head and decided to go home first. By this time, her younger sister should have gone home too. Wait, Hoshino, shouldn't you give me an explanation? The environment card has been invalidated. Many students didn't get any treasures. The latter sentence was pure nonsense. And the person who said this was none other than Zhu Guangfu. Zhu Guangfu took a step forward with gritted teeth, and in the next moment, he was instantly in front of Hoshino. Hoshino remained calm. Mainly because Hoshino was not short to begin with, handsome in appearance. While Zhu Guangfu, at 1.60 meters, had to tilt his head slightly to look at Hoshino. Don't you think you should give me an explanation? Zhu Guangfu now also realized this. The anger in his heart was about to erupt. However, he immediately stopped himself. He could use various means, but if he dared to make a move against Hoshino in front of the public, the price he would have to pay later, even if multiplied by 10, he wouldn't be qualified. Although the imperial law was relatively lenient, once certain boundaries were crossed, the consequences would be severe. Explanation? What explanation? Zhu Guangfu's eyes narrowed slightly. He never expected that Hoshino would casually counter-question him like this, without any tact or disguise. Zhu Guangfu squinted his eyes, showing a thin smile that seemed like a smile but gave off a chilling feeling. I really didn't expect you to have the audacity, just relying on that mech in your hand, and that mechanical territory? A low-level lord is just a low-level lord. I can also tell you, you have your own family, your sister. If you don't give me face, I will also take action against your sister. That girl is quite cute. You wouldn't want anything to happen to her because of you, right? Zhu Guangfu's narrowed eyes scanned Hoshino's face. He wanted to see some despair or anger in Hoshino to feel better. Thinking about how he didn't gain anything in this graduation ceremony, but instead gave away a lot of resources. Both stable cards were taken out. What made him most annoyed was that these two stable cards didn't achieve any results. More than 20 teachers and 2 principals were sent into the environment card. One of the teachers was already injured. It should be noted that the 20 teachers sent into the environment card were not weak. The weaker teachers, who had no talents, were usually assigned to clerical work or non-combat roles. In addition, the environment card prepared earlier was invalidated because of Hoshino. Well, good luck. Hoshino didn't care at all. Her lips even curled up slightly, almost laughing. At this moment, it was Zhu Guangfu who was a bit puzzled. Based on his investigation of Hoshino, she cared a lot about her sister, who was now her only family. Otherwise, Hoshino would not have worked extremely hard before awakening his lord talent. Humph, Director Zhu, you are really despicable. How come I didn't see it when I joined the academy before? Well, it seems I still need to work on my ability to judge people. Behind Zhu Guangfu, an elegant and pleasant voice came. This voice, when heard by others, also sounded quite charming. Zhu Guangfu immediately turned his head. He wanted to see who was causing trouble. If it was people from those families, he was not afraid at the moment. After all, he had given what was due, and if they were going to push their luck, that would be going too far. He, Zhu Guangfu, was not someone to be trifled with. However, as soon as he turned his face, it froze. Then he put on a different expression. Because the person speaking was Hong Yong. Someone like you, why would you come to our academy? Of course, I'm not unwelcoming, it's just that we don't have good things here, so I can't entertain you. Zhu Guangfu took a deep breath. He really couldn't afford to provoke Hong Yong. At first, when he saw Hong Yong, he thought he was just an ordinary person. He didn't take him seriously at all. But he never expected that Hong Yong's lord soldiers belonged to the zombie race. The fighting power of the zombie race was extremely strong. They could easily possess the power of surpassing stars. Entertain? How about we have a fight? Hong Yong's face suddenly showed some interest. Zhu Guangfu frowned. People from that family were all battle maniacs. If a fight broke out, he, Zhu Guangfu, might not have peace in the future. Well, let's forget about it. I know the combat power of the zombie race very well. I'm too weak. I'm no match for you. Is that so? Well, that's good. Let me tell you something. His sister is now under my protection. I thought there was something going on in the academy. I even signed up first. Initially, it was said that a group of teachers would go to the environmental card to help those students. For Hong Yong, she thought the monsters in the environmental card had mutated. After entering the interior of the environmental card, she understood everything from start to finish. Zhu Guangfu was stunned. His face was complicated. He turned his head and glanced at Hoshino. He found that Hoshino was ignoring him at the moment, focusing his gaze in another direction. Ignoring me? Fine. Very well. Do you really think Zhu Guangfu has no way to deal with you? Zhu Guangfu's teeth were almost grinding. Without saying anything more, he turned and left. Kid, your mecha combat power is not bad, and that war fortress flying in the sky, if you have time, let's have a match too. Lords can attack each other. There are two types of attacks. One is where both parties agree on several rules in advance and then fight in a mirrored space. The other is a Lord Deathmatch. As the name suggests, only one of the two will survive in the end. The victor can take everything from the loser. Hoshino's gaze immediately shifted from Jiang Yunxiao's back. If there's something, I'll go ask the Hu family later. Teacher Hong Yong, thank you for your help. As for the two of us, I am not your opponent. If there is anything in the future, you can always find me. As long as it's something I can do, I will do it. Hoshino looked at Hong Yong seriously. Hong Yong did help him before. In any case, he should thank Hong Yong. At this moment, Hoshino suddenly realized that Hong Yong was stunningly beautiful and had a unique aura. Kid, stop staring. I don't need you now, but who knows in the future. I just can't stand it. There's no special reason. But you also need to be careful. Zhu Guangfu is not a good person. I can protect your sister openly, but a month later, I will leave this academy. I initially planned to stay here for a while, cultivate a few good seedlings well. Then we can spar every day. Hong Yong's face turned red and excited as he spoke. Hoshino had a few black lines popping up on his head, but he immediately caught the key element in Hong Yong's words. 1 month? 1 month is enough time. Hey, you're quite confident. It seems you have the assurance. Sort of. Good job, kid. After a month, I'll take a look at your progress. After all, good people go to the end, and send the Buddha to the west. Seeing Hong Yong's extremely excited expression, Hoshino was somewhat suspicious, wondering if Hong Yong had seen the war fortress he had summoned. So he urgently wanted to have a discussion with him. After finishing the academy matters, Hoshino and Hong Yong exchanged a few more words before returning home. Upon opening the door, his younger sister was extremely excited. Brother, do you know, today many people are spreading rumors that you broke through the entire Qingting Academy? That Li Rufeng and Director Wang, none of them are your match. I also heard that you almost blew up the academy, and that troublemaker Shang Tianhao seems to have been defeated by you. Yi Xiaoli's expression was extremely excited. Since she started school, she faced various malice and bullying every day. Over the years, she had become somewhat accustomed to it. And, brother, you don't know, when those people were about to bully me again today, a particularly hot-tempered female teacher suddenly appeared to support me. Just now, before you came back, Some people even gave me a lot of resource cards. It was only then that Hoshino noticed that there was a pile of cards on the table in his house, stacking up like a small mountain, almost half the height of a room. There were low-level 1-star basic iron resource cards, low-level 1-star basic food resource cards, low-level 1-star basic wood resource cards, low-level 1-star basic water resource cards, low-level 1-star lava resource cards, as well as some other types of resource cards. In addition to 1-star cards, there were also some 2-star resource cards. When ordinary people give gifts, they usually give these resource cards because every territory, no matter how developed, still needs some basic resources, especially during the period of low-level lords. After reaching the intermediate lord stage, the demand for basic resources would significantly decrease. As for high-level lords, they wouldn't need basic resources at all. It seems they act pretty fast. Hoshino looked at Yi Xiaoli's face. At this moment, the scars on this little girl's face had completely disappeared. There were no scars left on her face. The anger in his heart dissipated considerably. Compared to those who had already caused trouble for Xiaoli, Hoshino no longer wanted to pay attention to them. Giving gifts was already considered an apology. On one hand, it was for his own reasons, and on the other hand, with Hongyong around, he didn't believe anyone would dare to cause trouble for his sister. It was time to change the place they lived in. Although he could stay at Hu Ten's house for a while, it was still someone else's home. Staying for one night was fine. Tomorrow, he would find a house for Xiaoli. The teacher who stood up for Xiaoli is called Hongyong. Remember to give all these cards to teacher Hongyong when you meet next time. This favor from Hongyong was also his responsibility. Hoshino didn't have a specific plan on how to repay this favor yet. He could only send these things to Hongyong first. Whether the other party accepted them or not was one thing, and whether he sent them or not was another. Tell me, what exactly happened? What really went on there? There are many of our people in the academy, and someone from the family came with news, saying you fainted from anger. What's the deal with that person's mech? And at the end, did he really summon a mechanical creation that could crush an intermediate lord? Upon returning to the family, Shang Tianhao also has his own few followers, and was brought by Shang Fan to the family meeting hall. There were 7 elders, 1 family head, and a dozen or so younger generations like Shang Tianhao. However, these people had already graduated from the academy. Some of them did not graduate from the Ivy Academy. The Southern Sky City is so big, how could there be only one Ivy Academy? Shang Tianhao's few followers behind him were also a bit uneasy at the moment. It was their first time entering such a family meeting, and they were outsiders. To put it nicely, they were Shang Tianhao's subordinates. To put it bluntly, they were pawns that Shang Tianhao could discard at any time. At this moment, many people in the family were also dissatisfied with Shang Tianhao because he brought these people in. Tianhao, no matter how you put it, this is a family meeting, an elder was about to say. And Shang Tianhao immediately interrupted him. I will leave soon, this trip back is just to answer your questions. Over the years, I have been confused by flattery and have not been able to see myself clearly. Today is considered fortunate. I have awakened, and I will answer all questions about my cousin. Xingye was a genius at the Ivy Academy before awakening as a lord. If you investigate, you will know. As for his mech and war fortress, I can tell you, his combat power can indeed crush most intermediate lords. Shang Tianhao finished speaking and stood up again. That person is a genius. I am not as good as him. His awakened lord talent is an SSS level mechanical lord. I don't know anything else about him. Also, there should be some explored environment cards in the family. Give me one. These words came out of Shang Tianhao's mouth. The faces of the crowd were somewhat surprised. In their eyes, Shang Tianhao was somewhat ignorant. In addition, there were many insiders from their family in the academy, and the academy also took care of Shang Tianhao. This led to Shang Tianhao's bad character and extreme immaturity. Originally, because there was a genius like Shang Fan in their Shang family, they didn't care much about Shang Tianhao. There are indeed many explored environment cards. I will have someone give it to you later, so don't rush to leave. Seeing that it was his cousin speaking, Shang Tianhao looked puzzled. In theory, his cousin had great power in the family, and the support for him in the entire family was also very high. Almost everyone agreed that Shang Fan would be the next head of the Shang family. What? Cousin, do you have anything else to ask? If so, just say it, I will tell you everything. I just want to test your mettle. There are some things that will affect the people of the entire Southern Sky City. Shang Fan inexplicably said this. Shang Tianhao looked puzzled. He didn't understand what Shang Fan meant by saying this. The next moment, a powerful aura of an intermediate lord firmly pressed down on him.